Alright, we're back with more Link's Awakening. We're still doing chamber dungeons because there's a shit ton of them. Hi there, company's always welcome. So yeah, we'll just hop right back into it. We are here for arrangement. So we are on the 4th set of challenges, which is I guess the gold ones. Hey Emily. We've now done the forging a sword, forging a shield, and oh god, that's a no sword one. So yeah, we've got a couple different things. We got bows are better than swords, which doesn't let us use swords. We got Dungeon Song, which is ocarina shaped. House of the Hinox, which has a 3-minute restriction. And I assume some Hinoxes in there. Back to square one. Yeah, so there's a couple with like time limits in here. There's another one with a no swords limit here. Zigzaggy, so this is just a big old grid, nothing too weird. Nothing but stairs. Holy shit. What? Oh, that's gonna be an awful one to fill in. Like, that'll be just tricky. Treasure hoard, just a whole lot of treasure chest rooms. Yeah, that is pretty much oops all stairs. Skull arrangement. The supreme shape. Just a Z. Okay. Let's, do we want to just start at the top here? Fuck it, I guess whatever. No sword's not so bad. You like this one? Well, don't speak too soon. You don't get to use your sword here. But you've got all that other junk, right? Yeah, you'll be fine. Okay, so, let's just get started. I don't understand what it had me selected on that it wasn't, letting me select anything. So yeah, we'll start with an entrance room. And I think what we'll do is we'll use this one because we can just put it down here in this little section, and that connects this immediately. Hey, Meninius! And then I guess we'll just kind of work our way up from here. We'll try and throw in a staircase somewhere that will get us down to this corner. We could just use this one, which means this will be a key. So then we've got a staircase there. So then we're gonna want, I'm just gonna try and get a staircase for the left side here somewhere. So we'll use this one, we'll toss it. The thing is I wanna make sure it's really close to this one, or as close as possible. Build my own dungeon, yes. So the chamber dungeon feature in the Link's Awakening remake has all these challenges. It's like, so it's, you have kind of different forms that you have to fill in, and by forms I mean like shapes that the dungeons have to be in, or there's certain like limitations. Oh, you gotta have these rooms here, blah blah blah, or time limits and things. So yeah, there's actually a huge amount of extra stuff that you can do here. Shit, I fucked myself over here by putting this here. I'll put that there actually, because the problem is that there are no 4-way rooms with treasure chests. Hey, Railman! So we have to use a 3-way room. And then we'll kind of... Oh, I need a downwards facing one, though. We'll use this one. We'll put it here. Actually, I might just switch to this, because this will be really far away. Because the problem is I want these staircases to link the way the actual way I intend for them to link. So we'll do this. That should keep these ones good and connected, as long as I am able to do something like... I don't have any staircases in this form factor. So how about form factor like this? Yeah, we got some choices. Let's go with this one. We'll put it there. We will try and do an L this direction. No, so that's the thing. Yeah, so there's no customization of the tiles. It's basically just all rooms that you've encountered before, sort of, because there are some variants. Like there's a couple different variants of boss rooms. So like you can have the same boss, but in a room with 1, 2, or 3 doors and a couple different like orientations. That is one thing that I would love to see improved if they took this further. It would be shit, I don't have anything like that. Would be to have something where you could tweak the rooms yourself. That would be a nice addition. Actually, I think I got a staircase like this. Yeah, let's use one of these guys. Let's go for this one. We'll put it there. So yeah, those. And the other thing you can't do that's annoying is you can't manually link the staircases between rooms. So you can see here where the links are between them. That's automatic, and it's literally just to the nearest staircase, which is really fucking stupid. It's really frustrating, but it works, so whatever. I'm not gonna complain too much, because it at least is functional. It at least does something. So we need a three-way room here. We'll use this guy, I guess. And all the treasure chests and stuff get kind of auto-filled to work. So it's, I don't know, things seem to work okay. It's not perfect, but I like the fact that they put in challenges, like they put in basically goals. It's like, do this, do that. Me not complaining too much? Since when? I don't know. I think they did an okay job for like a kind of a first stab that's not actually like a full product. Although I will say, this isn't a full product just for chamber dungeons, the make your own dungeons, but there's a fuck ton of chamber dungeons content here on top of a game that's not that long. So I feel like this is like almost them saying, yeah, we're not going to release this as its own product. Like, here, you can have this remake of another really great game. And also we're going to throw in this chamber dungeons thing and see how you like it. And I don't know, I think that's kind of them, although they did a shit job of advertising how much chamber dungeon stuff there is. Fuck it, this is just gonna be all bosses over in this corner. But I think they did kind of do an okay job of putting together a thing that kind of works. There's a lot of shit here, like, and they didn't really, like, they mentioned the chamber dungeons here and there in, like, the different press things. But they never really were like, yeah, there's like 8 hours of chamber dungeon content, because that's the thing. So we did on Saturday, we did 3 hours of the chamber dungeons. We did 14 of the so far 24 challenges that we have available. All of these last 12 ones are significantly longer than the other ones. So I figure it's gonna be probably more like 5 hours. Like, there's probably as much left as probably twice as much. Like, there's probably a lot more compared to what the first half was. So I think we're looking at like probably 8-ish hours of chamber dungeon stuff compared to like 9 hours to get through the game, the main game. That's pretty fucking ridiculous. What do I want in this corner? Put this thing down here. Tutorial. So yeah, overall, like, I'm kind of impressed with what they've done here. It's not perfect, but like, it's pretty good. And it definitely has flaws, but again, it's pretty good. All bosses, fuck it. Mostly. Why is this room complaining? I'm not sure why that one is. Oh, because I can't do this one without the sword. Or, oh, that's actually a good point. I'm putting all these bosses, but I need a sword for some of these. Hey, Vess. Let's take out that Hinox one. This dude's fine. This dude's fine. That guy's a pain in the ass, unfortunately. Although I think you can one-shot that guy with the magic. Let's look at this other Hinox. The Hinoxes are kind of annoying, just generally. They're only fine normally because with a sword, they're not a big deal. This room is exactly. There's some flying extra bits, but then there's like some sort of enemy there, but I'm not sure what it is. But whatever. This room's going there. And we need it. I think this. Let's just put in this boring room here. Okay, so that's the main like bow bit. Now we just need to fill in the arrow. Now the tricky thing here is we need 2 keys. So we got 1 from this treasure chest. Then we have to come over here, and I guess yeah, then we're fine because this will be the next key. We have to do this part before we can kind of progress up here. So let's just keep going here. We can make sure we got lots of treasure chests over here so that we don't need to backtrack. Well, actually, I guess there's a handful of other treasure chests before the next key door, so this will be fine. Then we need an L. And let's put this one in. And then we want, I'm going to put a 3-way T room. Put that one there. That one just requires the shield to bump the dude. And then we'll need an L. This variety. This one. And then we'll need another L of that variety. Let's put a fairy fountain down here, and then we'll need some single rooms facing this direction. Let's go with this one with a random treasure chest, and this one. Actually, let's go for this one. It just also has a treasure chest. Okay, so that's that section. Now we just need to fill in the tip here, just the tip. Let's go for a triple of upright thing like that, and we'll go with this one. Put it downwards. We'll put this chest room here. That's the Rock's Feather item room. Then we'll go for L. Fuck it. Oh, wait. Can I do that puzzle? I'm not sure if I can do that puzzle without the... Oh, I don't... Oh, actually, I just remember that You must be able to do that with arrows, but... And other things? I'm gonna just dodge that for right now. This one at least isn't... Well, no, fuck it. If I'm doing the one, I'll do both of them. 'Cause it's probably... I can probably use the boomerang on those or something. I'm not sure how else I can hit those things. But we'll find out. And then we can just do... Oh, I got that fairy fountain. We can do this room, and then another. Oh shit, I don't have a boss room. Let's take this. Oops. Let's take that room out. Oh fuck, that has to have a... That has to have a... Has to have a treasure chest in it. This is annoying, actually, this layout, because... Okay, I've got another alternate option here. I just need a 3-way room like this. We'll go for... I don't... Oh, those are whiz robes. That's fine, though, because there's no treasure chest in there. So we'll do that. And then we'll... Oh, shit. Except this is my staircase room. It's fine. We'll figure something else out. I need another staircase to get over here. Let's see. We'll put our boss room here. And we'll go for one that's easy without sword, such as Face Dude. Then we need... Ah, shit. And this is no longer valid. Yeah, well, the problem is that I forgot to put a boss room in. And this, like, I mean, it's a challenge, right? They have to, they give you certain restrictions and you have to follow within them. That definitely makes things trickier. But, I mean, they're trying to make it tricky as well, so, you know. Let's just put this one in here. It's a bit, it's not as complicated as it might seem. Why would that one connect to there? Is that really closer? All right. Do I have a triple guy with a staircase? No. Do I have a straight pass through? Up and down? Yeah, there we go. Anything nicer than that one? Okay, let's go for this one with the water. We'll put this here instead of that. Why the fuck would it? Oh, because that's way closer. God damn it. Okay, we need an L. Or sorry, not an L. We need. Fuck. There's like nothing that works with what I want. This is super frustrating. Anything like that? No. Hey, Takarash. Do I have any rooms like this? Okay, well, so what if I put my staircase there? Those ones will link because this game is dumb. This one here. Fuck, I immediately deleted it. Okay, so that one doesn't have any linkage. Just gonna say fuck it, we're just gonna put this basic ass hall there. Yeah, you definitely can't connect the staircases yourself, and it is dumb as shit. Yeah, or at least I haven't figured out a way to do that. Fuck, where do I have any staircases? Okay, I've got a staircase in this direction, but I don't have, the only spot I can put it is there, and that will automatically link to this. The problem is that I don't think they meant for this to be part of the difficulty. Like, I'm pretty sure that was kind of an unintentional part of the difficulty. The other possibility is that I put a quad... Oh, but this has to be a treasure room, doesn't it? No, apparently not. Okay. So then, I guess that gives me another possibility here. Which is that I put a triple, or a quad room here, rather. Get rid of that, and we get rid of this, and we get rid of that. And then we make this our boss room. Because then we get to put... I know I have a staircase for that spot, which will work. Then I just need to put... yeah, so we have some staircases here. Like this guy. That connects that spot. And then I just need to put something into this other spot. Okay. That was definitely far more difficult than it should have been, just because of the staircases. Have I seen any recent Goose-themed drawings? I don't think so. Have I tried to shake my Switch? No, does nothing. No, I don't think I've seen any of them. So yeah, we're good to go. Let's just get started. I'm just trying to think, is there anything tricky here? No swords. Go adventuring. So I know, first off, that I have to go here. Oh, right, I don't have a sword. Immediately forgot that charging at that dude would not help me. Luckily, we don't need to kill him. So yeah, we should get a whole bunch of keys up front here. Throw a pot with this to get it to open. I haven't been paying attention. I don't know if all the music is the same. Here's the Untitled Goose Game. Being Zelda-like, I think, and you drew a couple things. Nice. Alright, so yeah, I know we need to go down. Well, actually, I'm not sure if I did need to go down here now that I'm thinking about this. because I did change things a lot since I last was thinking about them. So yeah, okay, good. Fuck, that is not convenient whatsoever. Oh wait, shit. Goose Skyrim was today, Goose the Link was over the weekend. Nice. We got ourselves a small key. So there's a treasure chest to the left. We do need to get all the treasure chests because of how this game mode works. So we might as well just pop in there and grab it right now. There's also another key. I don't know if there were many locked doors. Oh, I think there was one off of this room, the quad room, but otherwise I think they're mostly over in the other section. Oh shit, that's not the fire magic rod like I thought it was. It is also fascinating that like Link's Awakening always, or not always, but it's fascinating that Link's Awakening used the magic rod as opposed to a fire rod, and that they opted to go with a purple shot in this game as opposed to being fire, you know? I guess since the game was originally black and white Game Boy, so they couldn't make it necessarily fire. Oops, I did not need to reassign that. Fine. This room had nothing of value. And we don't need to go to the right to get to the boss room yet. Fine. Well, whatever. Oh, what? I actually need to kill that guy, apparently. Or maybe light the torches. Nope, needed to kill that dude. Okay, yeah, so there's no reason to go to the right because there's no treasure chest there. But the boss is over there, so we'll need to go there eventually, but no reason to hurry there. Snag that. Snag probably another key. Oh no, I guess the fact that we're not getting more keys means that we must have gotten all the keys that we need for the entire dungeon, because I'm pretty sure it will always give you all the keys you need first. Like, I don't think it segments them, like, so, oh, you only need this many keys up to this point, so then we'll start giving you other things, and then, you know, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that kind of logic is in this. Fuck. There we go. Now we got our path through. We have to do the second one. This one's not too bad, though. Not that shit, not that shit. It would be nice if they had made some more of these underground segments. It'd also be nice if you could select which underground segments were used. But, you know, I guess we don't get that luxury. Actually, I'll stay with the magic rod, I guess. Is there anything else in here? No. Just head to here. That guy, fuck this guy. Didn't even realize that I had to kill those guys, but apparently we did. We're getting a lot of cash out of this. Alright. Whiz robes. I guess I actually need to kill the whiz robes too. The annoying part here. Okay, another one down. Alright. Going up will get us into the next little... the head of the arrow. Go. No treasure in this room, so we'll just ignore those dudes. No treasure in here, so we'll ignore that room. Unfortunately, we have to do this puzzle, and we can't hit that with the magic rod. Wasn't that what I was hitting Wasn't that what I was hitting with before? Did I use the hook shot? Wing this until it gets into something that looks about right. Close. God damn it, though. I'm definitely not operating on any form of like, here is how you solve this puzzle. Just eventually I will recognize this as, oh, this is solvable now. Hate this puzzle. I don't know why I put this in. I'm doing it wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. Once I have that, I can do that, and then I can do... Help me. Man, normally this goes a lot faster is the thing. I just kind of can knock it out. I'm supposed to massage them, not hit them. Okay, this seems different. There we go. Nailed it. First try. Okay. Oh, I actually do need to kill these guys. upwards to grab our treasure chest there. 1 rupee, wow! Can I go back and do it again? No, I actually can't. Oh, right, I actually have to bomb those. Sorry, one time solve only. Hey, Raven. Or Reven, rather. Alright, 1 more to go. Damn it. Thought it was safe. Oh, wait, no, I actually need to blow up another one. Alright. Another rupee. Fucking fantastic. So that's the head of the arrow done. So now we gotta go back, finish up the rest of the actual bow, and then we'll be able to get down to the boss room. The unfortunate thing, I need to. Well, I guess they kind of forced you to do this because they forced you to put a treasure chest room in the top corner of the bow up here. They kind of forced you to put things so that you'd have to actually navigate the entire dungeon instead of just placing a whole lot of empty rooms all over the place. Because technically you only ever need, you know, you just need the nightmare key, really, but that's always going to be in the last treasure chest you open. So, you know, if you can, if you can minimize the number of rooms with, why did I do that? Can I even do this? Did I give myself a room back here that I'd be able to change that switch? Or can I, oh, maybe I can get that the boomerang or the hook shot? Shit. I can't hook shot over that. I might be able, I must be able to. I don't even know though. Fuck. I don't think I can do this. Bow, maybe? Damn it. Okay, there we go. The angle didn't seem like it was quite there. It's my main issue. I guess I don't need to kill this guy. Oh, there is a treasure chest in this room, so yeah, I guess I do need to kill him. Fine, begin working on your emerald hack gauntlet. Cool. Alright, got another rupee. Just more shit. Another just good old switch right there, not doing anything useful for me. Alright. Another treasure chest. So today I actually got my copy of Shadow of the Colossus for PS4 in the mail. I also have a copy of The Last Guardian on the way. So I'm slowly starting to actually have some PS4 games, aside from Death Stranding when that eventually comes out. But of course, when we'll actually play them is a whole other question. Which is another whole thing I kind of want to try and figure out. If I want to, like, restructure how... Because, like, I don't know. I mean, I've talked about this kind of stuff a little bit before. Kind of trying to restructure my schedule or something. Like, I've talked about wanting to do like randomizer days of the week, stuff like that before. But I'm trying to figure out if I should like, I don't know, be months or like. If I want to have some other system for how I... So I have my long-term gaming schedule, which is just kind of a big old list that goes on for a couple months at a time is usually how long that lasts. Which means it's hard for me to kind of be reactive to, oh, I want to play this game. But then it's like, well, I've got a fucking list of things that I said I was going to play already. So I don't know, I'm open to suggestions about perhaps how I schedule games. Or like, should I because also the other thing right now is like I always just play a game all the way through, which becomes boring in my opinion, sort of, slash, I don't know, for like a longer game, I feel like that can become a problem because it's like, just if it's something that's like long, it can like kind of drag on for a while. So like, should I intermix games? I know that's relatively common. I just don't really know what the best choice is. If anyone has any thoughts or like, I don't know, comments, because one of the, I guess one of the issues with how I do this streaming, like just one game continuously, especially with the type of stuff that I tend to play. Okay, that is not gonna work. Especially given that I tend to play kind of much more story-based games and stuff. I feel like that can become a problem if shit, I thought I could kill this guy more easily. If I'm playing a story game, someone like misses one stream, then they're kind of like out of it. They've missed. Well, I mean, okay, that works. I don't know, I'm just trying to, like, because the issue that I've got is that if I want to play something new, or like, well, but I mean, so I'll just say this bluntly. The problem with that kind of suggestion is that it doesn't provide any useful feedback. Because like, I am playing the games that I find fun, but I'm trying to find out, is there a better way I could, like, I've got an infinite amount of shit that I can play, right? I've got an infinite amount of shit I can play. It's a matter of when I play things. And I don't know, like, would people prefer it if I intermix? Because, like, one advantage of intermixing games is that if I play, say I was playing a story-based game. If I was playing this on Tuesday, you missed Tuesday's stream, when are you gonna catch up on Tuesday's stream before I do Wednesday's stream? Right? And then, so it's like, okay, well, you missed whatever Wednesday is potentially. I got the Nightmare Key, yeah. Like, so that it's not so much like what I play, and I'm not talking like scheduling of like what nights I play. It's more just like, I don't know, like when I play specific things, I guess, is kind of the scheduling thing. I don't know, like I've become like kind of dissatisfied. Like I've been doing the long-term gaming schedule sheet list thing for, I've been doing that for more than a year now, I think. And I think it works, but the problem is that I have too much shit I want to play. And that's the thing too, yeah. Like if it's a long game, especially like something like Bravely Default, which was like a month of straight streams of that game. Yeah, like I was liking that game, but also it's like, well, I could easily see how that would get boring. So like intermixing has merit. I just don't know if, like, I don't know. I just always, my issue, like, I don't know. At that point, it's like, well, how do I intermix at that point, or whatever? Like do I do multiple? I don't know. And that's part of the problem too, is because I don't have like fixed games that I play. Because a lot of the time, people who do like intermixing things like that, it's like, oh, well, like Wednesdays are PUBG days, say, or Fortnite day, or like whatever. But then it's like, then they intermix the variety streaming on like a particular day. So it's like, I don't know. Intermixing in those kind of cases is a bit easier because you always have the same something. Whereas for me, it's like I'd be intermixing two things that I probably would never go back to once I'm finished them. Now, the other thing... Well, but so here's the continuation of said scheduling. I mean, one... So speed of games, I don't know. So that's the other problem with intermixing. Oh shit, I don't have a lot of bombs left. One of the problems with intermixing games is that if I'm liking a game, then it's like, oh shit, I wanted to play Earthbound again today or whatever. But now I'm not because I'm like at intermix day. Well, right, but I'm trying to come up with a system that works, like that I can be consistent with, because like it's all well and good to say, oh yeah, I want to intermix my stuff. And then, like, I stopped doing that. Like, I said a while, in fact, I think it was when I was doing Bravely Default, I said, like, in fact, it was just before Bravely Default. I said, you know what, I think I'm gonna try and, like, if a game starts taking over a week or whatever, then I'll start intermixing, and then I didn't do it. Oh yeah, and we finished this. And we got 100 rupees. Yeah, like, I don't know, or 300 rupees rather. So I feel like it will end up just being kind of informal, but then I'll probably just end up not, is the problem. So like, that's the problem, is that I will, by default, I will probably fall back to not intermixing. And I would prefer to be able to be somewhat consistent with how I stream things. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, like, what my issue is. I guess is the problem. Like, what the concern that I have is. On to Dungeon Song, which is ocarina shaped. Your ocarina gave me the idea for this one. Think of the arrangement like writing a song. The more you put it in, the prettier it is. It's a real ocarina, packed stuff doesn't play. Well, I mean, it's how can I take what I'm already doing and format it better? Like, what would work better, I guess, is the question. And I feel like I'm not super, I don't know, like my scheme generally works, but like I feel like it isn't quite how I want it, and I don't know how it's not how I want it. I haven't clearly defined that yet. some shit up here. This should connect to that. Is there any other... Oh, I should also make sure to... Well, that's the problem. Is it's like I don't know exactly what the like what I want to improve, which also makes it hard to, you know, discuss. It's like, well, I don't know where the improvement needs to be done. Let's go with one of these, and then we're gonna swap it to one of these on the other side. So yeah, it's like, I don't know, there's just... I'm actually gonna take that away and we're just gonna do a 2-room. I don't know, I guess my problem, and it stems from I now have a PS4, sort of like indirectly, it kind of that feeds into where I want to be able to react faster to, oh, I got this shit now, and can we play it? And like, how do I fit that into the schedule? Like, I don't know. I guess I'm just not super pleased with like what my scheduling scheme is, because I pick out like, I guess maybe that's where I need to focus better. Maybe I need to do something like, because right now what I do is I pick out 4 games out of my list of games that I've selected for the next couple months. But that's the thing, like, rarely do I actually encounter a game that I am actively disliking. Like, even Secret of Mana, which I was pretty vocal about not being a fan of, like, it was still fun, but, like, it was kind of shit, in my opinion. But, like, it wasn't shit enough to drop it. Like, I was still curious to see where it went. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, I can always just try it for a bit and see what happens. But I don't know. I guess so. Maybe the thought that I'm thinking right now, I'm kind of along a different topic. There's various points with my organization of streams that I'm just not super happy with. Like, so like I was saying is that, like, I make my big list of games for like a couple months. And that's one thing. So I make this list, and then it's like, well, that's what I'm locked into for those months by my own arbitrary rules. And I do occasionally like toss new stuff in there. I do occasionally toss stuff into the list midway, but I try not to do it too much, because then I find that just makes that list really drag on and whatever. But really, like, dropping out on shitty games isn't the problem. It's more that there's like, I think my problem is that my list is too long, but then I'm bad at like organizing the list. So like, I feel like what I want to do, and I just don't know what the system would be, and maybe it's something I need to make. Like, because part of the problem is I will be like, oh, I should play that game, and then I forget about it, like, unless I've written it down, which is why I make those lists, and I start like building the next list after I've established an existing list. But then it's kind of like, okay, well, this is, yeah, okay, I think I'm actually coming to a point where formulating an idea in my head, and it'll be a little bit of work potentially to implement, but I think it would actually kind of, well, that's the thing, is like, if you look at my long-term gaming schedule, which is linked below the stream, I know for sure, like, I'll come up with a list of games that I can think of off the top of my head, and I try and go for a list. It's very rough, but I try and estimate out like a couple months, like 2 or 3 months of games, and then once I've done that, I cut it. And then any new games that I start thinking of, I start tacking on to the future, which is a new list that's underneath that. So at any given time, I don't have a thing. But yeah, so I think you're maybe starting to think, or starting to get to where I'm headed. So what I'm thinking is maybe what I need to do is make an overall total list or a living list rather, that I can continuously update. And then I think what would be cool is if anyone who's a subscriber could then basically place a token on a game, put in a vote effectively, but it could be moved, put in a token on a game, and that would filter it to the top of the list as it has more things. So that would kind of replace the Twitter polls that I am not super happy with, because Twitter polls are kind of shit. And if people don't use Twitter, because there are some people on my stream who do come in and they're like, yeah, no, I don't use Twitter. And then they don't get a say. So I need to find like a way that I can do this, like a living list that people can kind of immediately put their votes on. Well, but that's the thing, is that's sort of what I already do, except that instead of taking suggestions, I formulate the list myself, because I've got a fuck ton of games that I want to play. But of course, by doing that, it's not necessarily games that you guys want to see, which is part of the problem. But then I take my list and I put it out to poll. Well, but that's look at I don't know if you've ever actually seen my long-term gaming schedule. Like, it's below the stream. It's linked to a paste bin. I do that basically. Sort of. Well, it'd be dynamic polling, but it'd be a living list that's constantly updated. And I would be taking things off as they get finished, adding things in as I want to play them, taking them off if I decide, no, I actually don't want to do that. But like, I mark everything with the length of the game as well, which I take from a howlongtobeat.com estimate, and I filter it by small, medium, large, or ultra large. So then, I mean, it's not broken up into explicitly separate lists, but everything that is there is sorted by size, as long as the size is known. Because like, I have Lizard for NES on there, which is a homebrew game. I can't find any estimate of how long that game is. I bet can I organize by genre? That's a good idea too. And my list isn't that long. It's only like 13, 14 games, I think, normally. But then I guess plus whatever. But yeah, I mean, that would be another that would be another piece of extra information that would be useful on there for sure. Your attention is very short, evidently. Let's just throw in this guy down here. Fuck it. But I mean, I already have them. It's just a text document, right? So there's only so much filtering or whatever I can add in there. I'd definitely be able to add genre onto that list, at least for now, like as a stopgap. But I mean, like, just having the tag on there is something. In my opinion, that seems like enough to me. I mean, maybe it's not, but like, the text document makes your eyes blur. Would you like a YouTube video? But yeah, I mean, that's another thing, is it's like, I don't know, it's just a text document, so there's only so much. There's something to be said about making it look a little nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's definitely like an Excel spreadsheet would be, or like a Google Sheets document would be a better option. Yeah. But I mean, the thing is that, like, when I started doing that, it's like, yeah, text document's good enough. I'm just making the list, right? So that's what I was doing. Let's not use that one. Well, actually, we can use that. That's not bad to cross, actually. But I mean, like, at its core, it's not gonna be that different. And that's also part of why I did it. It's like, yeah, it's just a fucking text document, good enough. Let me ASCII format that. We can just throw in some shit here. We can throw in one of these guys here. Was that 2 Hinoxes next to each other that I just did? Yep, sure is. A lot of games on your list you don't have info about. Yeah, so I mean... And you're too lazy to look them up. Spoon feed you. So yeah, I mean, like, that might be the starting point, is improving my list of what I've got. If I can make some sort of dynamic voting system thing, that would be, I think, the next evolutionary step. And I guess theoretically that could be sort of a separate or like, if I can find a way to do that dynamic voting, then I could just link that from the Excel sheet or whatever. Yeah, that's true. I could build that into Astronomabot, because everyone who's watching the stream is also using the stream, so then they could vote via Astronomabot. That's actually a pretty clever point. That would be a good way to do it. Dynamic boning. I mean... Yeah, so yeah, doing that via Astronaubot, which I also need to do further work on at some point anyway. Because I need to update the API calls for that. But yeah, if I did that in... Oh shit, I need to put an entrance into this dungeon. Let's just put it... Why can I not put an entrance in this dungeon? Oh, there already is an entrance. Long day of doing nothing and avoid exercise. Let's see. Let's go for one of these guys. But yeah, so that's a good idea. I'm actually gonna write that down just real fast. Voting system. And then that would also be visible. I could make it visible, rather, on the Astronomabot website. Because then you'd be able to see, oh yeah, where's my vote currently registered? Blah, blah, blah. You know, and I'd be able to link that information in my... Disappointed it doesn't include some Halloween decorations. I was working on Halloween decoration. I posted all those... Did I post the pictures of the bags of skulls yesterday? I did. So I got some jute rope today, and I got them all tied up so that they've got, like, ropes hanging off them so that I can hang them off. I'm gonna replace my hanging potted plants out front. I'm gonna replace them with these bags of skulls. Once Thanksgiving is passed, and then it'll be, like, acceptable for Halloween decorations. Fine, I'll be right back. Acceptable bags of skulls. Where was I? They got 5 skulls in them each. A good number of skulls. Blah, 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 blah. I want corner room. We'll go with this guy here. So yeah, voting. Yeah, so and then I guess the only other thing I need to do is basically just make my full list, which I can move to Google Sheets. Fine. You guys are so hating on my text document. Skulls of the bosses I've defeated. I can move it to Google Sheets, and I can provide more information about games. I should document this. My text document makes you sad. And did you see all the formatting and like labeling I got in that thing? Got all my abbreviations for like different game lengths. You're suckabutt.txt. No, you don't, but you are physically the physical embodiment of suckabutt.txt. I don't want staircases. The part where you're too busy sucking butts. We'll do some straight up and downs. Got this guy in here for fun. Hey, Deceptive. Thank you for the 19-month resub. Apply mouth. Apply suction. My mediocre list. Let's... that, and then we'll just link this shit together, and then we're almost done. Song Potatoes and Molasses to Rainbows and Fat Asses. I don't know either song. You dink. No, you dink. Alright, we're done. We got this shit done. It only took probably like half an hour. Let's go adventuring. We're not going to adventure over the garden wall, though. 10 episodes, 11 minutes each. I mean, yaks. We gotta get some shit going here, so let's go this way. I don't like how I laid this one out. It's real maze-like. Where do I have to go? To the right. We'll see then. That, kill that. I don't need to go to the left, so we'll just go straight up. I mean, if you're a turret burglar, you're gonna burgle some turrets. That's just how it goes. Alright, no reason to head upwards. Fuck this guy. Wait. Oh, there's a switch here. Oops. Okay. Those guys. I mean, no show is Netflix only if you have the internet. Don't you dare. Fuck that guy. We got a treasure chest over here. I put a lot of treasure chests into this dungeon, and I'm not a fan of what I've done. Good, I didn't use the room that I thought this actually was. It's like, how did I accidentally use that room? I know I hate it. Rupees, joy. Okay, that shadow. Let me just demonstrate to you an issue here. This shadow that I'm pointing at is pretty clearly on that tile, right? Which implies that that heart is on that tile. And yet, if you jump there, or rather it should, but I suppose the lighting is coming from the top of the screen down, or the north side of the screen rather, because actually it's the tile above. Yeah, it's weird because typically you use a shadow to denote the vertical location of, or the horizontal location on the 2D plane. You use that to denote that, so it's odd that they opted to not go for that kind of standard. Yeah, like the light on all the screens, and you can actually see it when you look at Link. Like the light is coming from this edge of the screen somewhere, and you can even see it on the shadows that are coming off of that wall. The shadows look good, but like it's not coming from what one would arbitrarily assume is the typical light source being straight above. Okay. Wait, that's the dungeon entrance. Oh shit, I missed a upturn up there. Hold on. I guess we're going back that way because there's a whole bunch of chests over there. Alright, we go up this way where there's one. Yeah, I saw that today, which is the PS5 coming out at the end of next year. Kind of, I guess, a little disappointing, given that I just bought a PS4, but, like, also, what are the chances that it'll, like, realistically, what are the chances that it will actually be, like, fully backwards compatible? Maybe. But, like, who knows? So, like, that's probably, yeah, like. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's like not that bad, I guess, to have still bought a PS4. Supposed to be backwards compatible for at least PS4 games? Well, then I guess fuck me. Whatever. I don't care, because I probably won't buy a PS. I'm not gonna buy a PS5 at launch. Like, if I get a PS5, it'll probably be like late in the life cycle. So, again, whatever. This I think takes me over here. That's actually kind of good. I'll be buying a PS5 whenever, like, whatever Kojima's next game comes out. Yeah, because that gets me down here. Oh yeah, but so just briefly going back to random improvements that I can make. I think most burgling is illegal. So yeah, I think with those tweaks to kind of my general scheduling, I think that's a good set of tweaks. I can't whistle. But I think, and I've been saying this for a while, but I think I actually do want to get started doing it eventually. Maybe what I'll do is I'll start making that change like once my stream anniversary is over. We'll make that the cutover point and start of experimentation time. I've been wanting to do like a randomizer day once a week or like every other week or something. Like, I was thinking like Saturdays or something, because then at least that means it's been long. Then it gives me a bit more time theoretically. So yeah, I've been thinking about doing like randomizer days where I'd either try new randomizers or just do more of the same randomizers, because I always enjoy those. Because like I've been meaning to do the Link's Awakening randomizer for one. Fuck this guy. The Link's Awakening randomizer. I wanted to try the Ocarina of Time randomizer. There's a couple others as well that I can't remember off the top of my head. Like there's a lot of different randomizers out there these days. There's a Final Fantasy IV randomizer, which I think would be neat to try. That'd probably be a longer one, but honestly, I don't know. And that's the other thing too, is like, I don't know. I haven't really researched most of these randomizers, so like I don't know if there's. Yeah, so the Final Fantasy IV one is called Free Enterprise, because you start with the Enterprise right at the start of the game. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like I know nothing about that randomizer really, other than you start with the airship. You heard wasn't very good. I thought I'd heard that it was pretty solid. Like that it was a pretty fun, interesting randomizer. I mean, even if it's kind of shit, like it'd be kind of interesting, I think. Whether or not it gets finished is, of course, a different thing, but oh god. Okay, we got some more chests over that way. But yeah, there's a whole lot of different randomizers that I'd be interested to try out. So, like, I feel like I've got enough. There's enough different randomizers that I feel like I could regularly do randomizers like once a week. But yeah, like I have been wanting to do the Ocarina of Time one for a while. The only holdback I've had on that is that I lent my N64 to a friend who is recording some N64 audio for some sort of vinyl release for some game. I'm not sure. Actually, it's a series of different games that he's recording the audio for. Oh yeah, and the Pokemon ones. Yeah, I don't know if I. Man, someone has clearly like decide that today is the day that I can go fuck myself. Because I got before the stream, I got 11 notifications of blocked login attempts on my Twitch account. And I've gotten several on my eBay account today as well. I've thought about doing like a Pokemon thing. Fuck, also, oh, I guess these Gomas must have been here. But yeah, there's a lot of different randomizers, and... Oh yeah, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, I wanted to do the Ocarina of Time one, but I lent my N64 out to a friend who is recording audio for some sort of vinyl release for a handful of different N64 games. So he's trying to get clean audio, and because mine has the HDMI out, it has a really nice digital signal apparently for getting good clean audio. So he's had that for a while, but unfortunately he also had, or rather his wife, the pair of them had a baby recently, so he hasn't had very much time to do said things. Or unfortunately, I guess. Unfortunately, not really the correct turn of phrase, but unfortunately for his ability to complete N64 recording things, he has been otherwise distracted. Yeah, I think that's generally how I would, and so that's also, like, that's one of my concerns with doing a thing like that once a week, because, like, you forget shit over the course of a week. But yeah, that would be the general idea, is if it took longer, it would just be until the next week. But I guess the thing is with trackers and stuff, you can save, so... But yeah, like a Pokemon one would take a long time. But most of the other, like, more standard randomizers, like the Zelda ones, etc., they're usually pretty short. So, like I guess the longest one that I did, I think would have been the, I think it is one of the longer ones, kind of in general, is that Super Metroid Zelda crossover one. But I still did that in like 5 or 6 hours. So, I mean, like, even that didn't take that long. Yeah, I've got a Discord, exclamation point Discord, probably, or exclamation point social? Yeah, and that's the other thing, too, is it is 2 separate games. Zelda doesn't take that. Well, yeah, I guess Link to the Past, I can do that pretty quickly now, and the Super Metroid one is pretty fast, also. Like, I can do the Super Metroid one in, like, 2 or 3 hours. Well, like 2 hours, roughly. The Zelda one, I don't think it takes me 4 hours anymore. Because I've done that a handful of times, like, just off stream, or not a handful, a whole bunch of times, I guess, off stream. I just kind of play through that randomly sometimes when I'm bored. Like, oh, let's just sit down and do a randomizer. Oh, actually, you know what? Well, yeah, I guess the Wind Waker one that I did. I forgot that I did the Wind Waker one, actually. That was a fun one. The Wind Waker one was kind of long, too. That one took, like, 6 or 8 hours. Don't remember exactly. That took a while. But that was a good one, too. We have all the shit now? Yes, we have the Nightmare Key. So we gotta weasel our way back up around there. But yeah, there's lots of different randomizers and stuff, so I think that's interesting content that kind of changes relatively easily. And it also lets me, like, replay things, but also making it different so it's not just exactly the same thing over again. And it requires a little bit of extra thought about how games work. I think they're just neat. Alright, no worries, Reven. I think randomizers are just swell. They're also good, like, 24-hour stream material because they do generally take longer and they're different. Alright, let's finish this up here. Hit. And 2 hits. There goes the hamburger helper. I do not have the upgraded sword, but I do have the red tunic. Because, yeah, Moldorm is super weak. Like, he only takes 2 hits on the, with the red tunic, it seems. Which is why I actually usually use him on these dungeons. Because, like, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit about the actual boss. Because I've usually fought, like, 100 other bosses in the dungeon, too. Because I just fill that shit up. There's a bunch of those beefy Hinoxes around here. It gets worse, too. You've only got 3 minutes to finish the adventure. Don't know how to handle Hinoxes? Then keep an eye on your hearts. Okay, so we've got our entrance. We've got a Hinox there. Oh, that motherfucker. Got some other Hinoxes. Okay, so we just need to basically fill in some stuff here. Need a straight up and down room, so we'll just do this one. We need a straight side to side room with a treasure chest, so we'll use that one. Another straight up and down. We'll just throw that one in there for good measure. Yeah, I would highly recommend trying this mode. There's a lot of, well, one, there's a lot of stuff here. I mean, quantity does not necessarily always mean quality, but I think here, like, it's pretty well done. It's worth checking out for sure. I think this mode is pretty swell. Fuck, all these corner rooms have, well, this one doesn't have much shit in it, so I'm just trying to minimize the amount of time I have to spend in any given room. Yeah, so that's that one. Unfortunately, I really don't like this boss because he's annoying. Alright, we got 3 minutes. This shouldn't be too bad. I've been having a lot of fun with this mode, so yeah, I would definitely say you should give it a shot. It's not necessarily like groundbreaking, but I think they've set the groundwork for doing an actual Zelda maker. Alright, got ourselves some rupees. Got ourselves a blue Hinox. There he goes. Luckily, with the red tunic, these guys are just absolute chumps. Unfortunately, I actually have to grab this chest because it's gonna have our nightmare key in it. Or not? Oh, I guess there's still one more room with a chest in it. Which is not this one. Or knocking him off the edge seems to be the easiest way to kill him in this room. Damn it. Alright, 4 hits on that one. Oh, and I guess this guy drops a chest as well. But yeah, the thing that I've found interesting that, I don't know, seems kind of the reverse of what you'd expect in this mode, is that if you have a lot of bosses, it's almost easier because you, like, always have full health. What's the order for color to strength in this? I'm actually... Wait, hold on. Why is he doing... Oh yeah, because he does this and then he retracts his shit. That's definitely the strongest of the Hinoxes. I couldn't tell you exactly what the strength order is, but I believe they were in weakest to strongest there. Yeah, and you get the fairy, which means you're back up to full health. And like, I found that when you, like, the dungeons that I've put in, like, 100 mini-bosses into are almost easier because you're, like, never at risk because there's no regular enemies and you just get fairies continuously. Yeah, we're at that halfway mark. The problem is that this boss is just slow, like... Because you have to wait for him do his shit. I don't know if that swing actually did more damage to him or not. Oh, whoa, I actually got multiple hits on him there. That's weird. I didn't think you could get more than one, but okay. How's the Hinox? Clear. What a show. Get 300 more rupees. Just dole out a whole lot of cash here in these final challenges. Assuming these are the final challenges. Oops. Okay, so that was House of the Hinox. Back to square one. We've got a 5-minute time restriction on this one. At this point, they don't seem to be worth much. I know you can apparently buy more chambers in the store, so maybe they're super expensive. I'll have to look, but yeah, they're not really worth a whole lot at this point. Like, but I guess you could theoretically have started doing this, because I think you could start doing these like after the second dungeon. So they're $12.80 each. Okay, so yeah, so there's your use for the money. But you could also start doing these pretty early, so I guess you could get some money earlier in the game as well. When it comes to arranging chambers, you get the idea now. Stairs, treasure chest, the whole routine. A couple things about this one, though. 1, you only get 5 minutes for the adventure. 2, there's a monster here who makes that time limit tougher than you'd think. Is it the... Okay, no. Okay, it's that... Okay, so it's this guy? Is he... I don't find him that difficult. Okay, so there's our starting room. There's our boss room. So I guess what we'll start with is we'll just start with a staircase here. And then we'll just kind of... So that... Yeah, oops, shit. Wait, what? Oh, I don't have a staircase down there. And then we gotta do some of these. Let's just do this basic one here. Actually, we'll use the Great Fairy just for good measure. Then we got a straight up and down. We can toss one of these staircase rooms into it, or yeah, let's use this one. So that should connect to the other guy. Do that one, and we'll do... Actually, we're gonna use this one. We're gonna take out this guy. We're gonna just put in this one. And then we're gonna need a staircase room here. And we're gonna need a staircase room over here. Keep it real minimal. Alright. Let's do this. We'll see if the 5-minute time limit actually poses a problem. Ow. Fuck. Alright, so then we got this boxer dude. Yeah, he's a chump. Pretty sure that's the guy they were saying would make this difficult. Okay, that gets us 1 rupee, wow. Alright, let's head back. And then we gotta work our way around. Oh, it doesn't show you when you're in the chamber dungeon. It's several thousand. I'm probably over 3,000 at this point. Don't spend that rupee all in one place. See what I can do. But any rupees you get in here also add into your regular total. We don't need this. Typical 1%er. Then we gotta go down here and get to the... Fuck us. I was hoping. Damn it! Ah, fuck. Guy. I hate those black hole dudes. They're awful. I guess there's another treasure chest right before. Okay, yeah, there's another treasure chest right before the boss room. Saved myself by killing that Goomba. I guess that noise is the timer ticking down. Alright, got our nightmare key. And here we go. Alright, gotta bonk into the walls. I just posted in general, I guess. If there's any, particularly other the other particular spot where it would make any more sense. Alright, one down. And two down. Not a big challenge at all. I guess you guys can't see the timer, but I had like 3 minutes left or something there. That one was surprisingly easy for being one of these kind of dungeons. Another 300 rupees. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, okay. I've got 4,300 bucks. Let's keep arranging. Up next, oops, this isn't the right section. Up next, we got Need a Hand. No sword, no time limit. Interesting that it's an entrance that's a left only. I guess that's Catfish Maw. Cool stuff. I'll look at that once I'm done with this dream. How many do we have left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we've done half of these ones now. This is another one where you can't use that sword. Now, that's going to make some spots tough, or even impossible. When that happens, you're going to need a helpful hand. Wonder what that means. Like using pots? Okay, so I guess what we've got right now is we have no Nightmare Lair. We need... Oh yeah, I guess there's no time limit, so that's one thing. I was concerned about, like, oh, I need to make sure I've, you know, done something like to make sure. Make sure I've kept things short, but I actually don't need to do that. I don't need that. We'll just do basic corner like this. Put our boss room, which will be face. Actually, let's go for this dude. Because he doesn't need anything that has like a limit. basic up room. Fuck it, we'll use this one, I guess. Right there. I need a three-way room like this. No sword. Well, I guess this is still fine. Then we need to do another, or rather a quad room here. I guess actually, hold on. Let's not do that. Let's do a triple room. We'll just do a kind of this tilt, and we'll put that one there, and then we'll. There we go. Use one of these. Do a little bit of that. We'll do a little bit of this. And then we just need another triple, facing the other direction now. Perfect. Hey, look at that, it's a music note. It's maybe like a quarter note, probably. Guess that's kind of... Well, actually, no, I guess this is an eighth note, because it's got the little flag off the top. What am I talking about? Come on. Let's go adventuring. No sword. No shoes, no service. Wait, no treasure chest in here? No. Okay, these guys are gonna be a pain in the ass. I don't think I can break these with a sword, no. Damn it. There we go. Alright, got those guys. Little chumps. I wonder if that's the room that they were trying to claim was seeming impossible. Alright, 50 rupees. Claiming there's treasure in here? It's not on the map. Or is that just for breaking into this room? I guess that was just for breaking in. Alright, we'll grab this. Okay. I actually don't need to hit this button, but I'll do it anyway. Okay. Just trying to make sure I understood where I needed to go here. Alright, so then we'll head down. Get another treasure chest. We can kill all these dudes, which shouldn't be that difficult. I'm rolling for today. Too much hacking. Alright, another 50 rupees. Okay, just got this shit. I swear that wasn't working on another set of these bubble things, but whatever. Alright, more rupees, another 20. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got treasure chests in pretty much every room here. Wait, what boss? Oh, I put the fireball boss in here. That's fine. That guy's pretty easy. Alright. Oh, I actually need to kill these guys, I guess. Okay, wait, how many? Yeah, okay, there's still like 4 more treasure chests to go. Why did I step? Oh, because that makes the treasure chest appear. It's like, why did I do that? But I don't think I'll actually bother hitting the switch because I can just go over here. We're gonna have gotten a decent amount of cash coming out of here. Because, I mean, we're getting like 300 rupees for finishing it, but I'm also getting like 300 rupees out of the dungeon itself each time. So, like, we're making good cash here. Yeah, that's the, well, I mean, it is still super easy. It's not super fast though. Like, it still takes you a while to get through because each of the rooms is still forced to have some level of puzzle or whatever to it. It still is super easy though. Like, I don't think I've ever lost more than like 3 hearts in these places. And that's usually just because it's like, well, I got a shit ton of hearts, so I can just eat the damage anyway. I mean, not like this game isn't hard at the best of times anyway. Burn, Shy Guy, burn! It would have maybe been interesting for me to have done the hero mode on this, but I don't know. I don't know how much that really adds the experience. It just kind of makes it theoretically more frustrating. Like, it's not like I assume the puzzles wouldn't change. So, I mean, it's just more damage. It just makes it more annoying. Double, yeah, so I mean, that just sounds like it's just worse. That just sounds like the same game, but worse. Well, I mean, it's no less in puzzles, it's just exactly the same puzzles, it's just combat is more dangerous. Which doesn't, I don't know, to me that isn't really an element that I find, it's not like it's not an interesting twist, really. So like that's also part of why I didn't do it. It's just like, who gives a shit? Like, yeah, like maybe I don't know. I just don't find that to be an interesting twist. I mean, like, I guess it's, I don't know. At least different puzzles. Which is why, like, the Ocarina of Time Master Quest is interesting. Because it's like, oh, that's actually different versions of dungeons. deep knowledge of Shakespeare in order to do the first puzzle. Yeah, that's true, especially co-op shooters, because then in those cases there is a bit more like the combat is the gameplay, whereas Zelda, it's like the combat is kind of a thing that exists. All right, so we finished that dungeon. Oops, range. But yeah, that I was kind of thinking that it's like it's more interesting than that kind of thing, because I was thinking like Deus Ex, where it's like there's the realistic mode where it's like a headshot is instant death, and like the other things like the realistic mode on Deus Ex is interesting because it's not just hard mode, it's just different damage assignment kind of. The combat in Zelda is about your speed. I mean, but my point is that it's not that like, oh, the combat is shit. It's just like, it's kind of there, and it's not the key part of the game. Like, the combat exists, but it's not really the point. And that's an interesting thing, because Breath of the Wild does make the combat more interesting, and makes it a bit more of the point, which I think is partly a part of why I'm not as big a fan, because I feel like they took away more of the puzzle content and moved it towards combat, which isn't really my point. Yeah, I guess I just kind of generally prefer puzzles more, which is also probably why I kind of prefer the 2D Zeldas more, because the 2D Zeldas, I feel like, focus more on puzzles than combat. Zigzaggy. Seems easy, right? Look at it and say, I got this figured out, but do you have enough chambers shaped the right way to do it like that? Not so easy now, huh? Cannot hear more about my hate on for Breath of the Wild. I mean, I don't hate Breath of the Wild. It's just I don't think it's as good as people claim it is. Okay, so let's just see what we've got. Because, yeah, this will definitely be odd. Breath of the Wild 2 should be interesting. Like, it's hard. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it, too. Because, like, shit. Because they could just take it and be like, okay, here's Breath of the Wild again. Which would be, like, fine. And a lot of people would love that. But it'll be interesting to see. Because Breath of the Wild cut out a lot of Zelda staples, let's call it that. Like all the different types of items and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if they bring that back, or if they go more dungeony, or like what are they gonna, like what will they do to differentiate it and improve it beyond Breath of the Wild? I mean, every game's gotta improve, or theoretically every sequel is what I mean, I guess. Every sequel should expand beyond its predecessor. Don't need more hot takes. Alright, put one of those there. We'll put this guy over here. I need to be careful about this. They're definitely not wrong about... Oh, do you have enough pieces? You're fine talking about Breath of the Wild 2. I would argue that hot takes are not necessary. That's my hot take. My hot take is that hot takes are often very much unnecessary. Franny hates it when you play video games, period. Is it because you're not paying attention to Franny? Okay, so we've got a staircase. Exactastro! And your hands can't panic, right. Alright, we'll put another staircase up here. So this means we can kind of block this off separately. You mean you didn't mean to type exactastro? This dungeon is gonna be... I can already tell I'm gonna get to this point and it'll be like, oh shit, I need to like rearrange things just to get everything functional here. We're gonna put one of these here. We're gonna try and do an L. Stalfos dude up there. Put a great berry along here. We'll go for this. Okay. Another Stalfos dude, I guess, because fuck it. Wait, let's go for a triple this way. Put this one here. That guy there. I guess we'll connect these, fuck it. I have a downwards facing thing. Yeah, I got a couple. We can use this one. Actually, let's use this guy. I'm making better progress here than I was expecting. I thought this was gonna get a bit more rough, but I am short on some pieces here at this point, so starting to run low. Actually don't have a lot of these straight up and down pieces, so I probably want to save those for these kind of in-between sections. Do I have one more? I've got another one I can squeeze in here. Those are your thighs. Your calves are the bottom part, right? Yeah. The thighs are the top of your legs. Your calves are the bottom. We need some of this other horse shit. Oh yeah, I guess quads, yeah. Guess I could... Hold on. Oops, shit. I'm starting to run out of things even more than I was expecting here. Okay, we got lots of these ones, so we definitely want to just fill in these guys. more horizontal. Okay, I should be able to do things like that and maybe use some of these. Oh, we got lots of these ones. Jesus. My only concern is I'm trying to not add extra staircases. Yeah, cabs are the... Let's go for one of these ones. Connect that. I'm getting close here. I can also put this guy here. Get one of these ones here. We got this. We got this. Great Fairy, fuck it. Why does it say... Oh, fuck, I didn't put a Nightmare's Lair. God damn it. Where have we got a nice dead end? Right here. This is where our Nightmare's Lair is going. Okay. Nailed it. This is gonna take a while to get through. Alright. That's the dead end, so I definitely need to go this way. Oh, right, we actually need to kill this guy. Yeah, there's only so much you can really do. Oh, right, we actually have to fight a boss here, don't we? There's only so much we can really do. Yeah, it's chat. Ooh, I was able to get 3 hits in there. There we go. I mean, yeah, is it on a leg that you, like, sit on all day or anything? Like... Because, yeah, if it's like that, or you've, like, kicked a table, or, like... You know, whatever, then, like, it's probably just... whatever. whatever, or like if you've previously at any point in your life injured that foot in some way. Got that done. I mean, yeah, I'd say, well, although I guess the US is fucked, but I would just generally say the best advice is like if something seems off, if it doesn't seem right, then go see a doctor. And also, like, if you're at the doctor's and they say something, then like ask for clarification, because like they'll tell you that, or theoretically. And if they don't, then they're a shit doctor, and you should probably go to a different one. God damn it. I like how his eye twitches, the one that's like... Oh, wait, maybe it's just that single eye that always twitches. I thought it was whatever eye was like close, if it was close to a bomb. He's just fucking my face up. Yeah, this guy is a little nasty in terms of hurting you. Fuck out of here, pink slime. Yeah, like keep in mind your doctor is there to keep you not dead. Or that's theoretically the goal. And especially if you're on like a medication that specifically has a risk of blood clots, then you should definitely make sure, oh shit. Make sure your doctor is good about, or make sure to talk to your doctor about like what to watch out for. Alright, $5. God damn, we gotta fight this asshole again, because I put him in here a whole lot of times, apparently. Yeah, something potentially serious. I would almost argue that it's already not great that I guess your doctor didn't make sure to know that you understood necessarily what he was telling you, or she, I guess. Okay, yeah, just wants to play catch, and I'm just like, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. I thought there was a treasure chest in here. Well, there is a treasure chest up above. Another 50 rupees. Okay, Stalfos motherfucker. Victory dance. All right. That switch, we don't need to worry about killing these dudes, so. Oops. Yeah, perfect. Spawn on the right side anyway. 20 more bucks. There's a treasure chest down here. Apparently I can't hurt him with that. So let's make him burn. Burn, Shy Guy, burn. And they would come back. Let's kill both. I don't remember them coming back. Unless you didn't bomb. I'm pretty sure you still had to just bomb them in Ocarina to kill them permanently. I don't remember though. I actually, honestly, I don't remember Ocarina that much because I don't know. I just haven't played it. Well, is that even true? I don't know. Ocarina isn't that memorable to me. Do they still come back after you bomb them even? Okay. I don't know. I mean, I find the thing is that I find Wind Waker more fun to go back to than Ocarina, but I think that's only because like the controls are better and like the graphics are nicer. But like, I think it's more just refinement is more why I prefer going back to Wind Waker over Ocarina. But that being said, like the 3DS remake is also pretty solid of Ocarina. But I don't go back to that as much because I don't play handheld games as much. Because generally when I'm gaming, it's on a TV, so like handheld isn't as easy. Now these days I can actually play 3DS stuff on a TV, but I guess I don't actually need to go through here. But like when the 3DS Ocarina remake came out, I did not have that, so it would be like, yeah, I think I played through that twice. I think it started the Master Quest mode. But that's a good remake from what I remember, and I do intend to at some point play through that as well, because I haven't done the 3DS remake on stream, but yeah, the 3DS did last a really fucking long time. I'm trying to think, because like I bought a 3DS not long before the Ambassador program, like not long before the price drop, because I was in on the Ambassador program. I mean, they're still fucking releasing 3DS games, like, or like, you know, they just finished or whatever. But it didn't end because of smartphones. 3DS was out after smartphones were a thing, and was still rolling for a long time. Like, it only just ended, basically. But yeah, it's nice now that they're doing things like this. Like, this would have been this would have been a 3DS remake if they could have. But I think the Switch more so killed the 3DS than yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it wouldn't have been as interesting on the 3DS. Is there nothing in this room? There's nothing in this room. It definitely wouldn't have been as... I probably... Well... Although, that being said, like, I guess... I say I probably would have cared about it, but I never bought the 3DS Majora's Mask remake. Yeah, exactly. With the Switch, you don't really need the 3DS. The 3DS is still smaller. But, like, how often does that really matter? But yeah, like a Switch remake of Ocarina on, or an Ocarina remake on Switch would do well. And honestly, given that they've already done the 3DS remake relatively recently, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't that difficult for them to make a Switch port at this point. Oh shit, I've got to get over here. God damn it. Like, because they've already got a relatively recent code base there, so. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like this was a full price game. I'd definitely be interested to see, like, I would definitely pay the same for Ocarina. Even though this has, like, extra stuff on top of the base game, but it's a shorter overall game. One thing that I'm interested for, and I think it's only a matter of time. I think it's only a matter of time before Nintendo releases an official remake with a randomizer built in. Randomizers are getting super popular. I think it's only a matter of time before they actually include a randomizer in a game. Like an actual Zelda game. That's the thing, is you'd think they'd do it with Link to the Past first? Because that is probably by far, that's probably the most popular randomizer. Maybe after Super Metroid. Super Metroid would be another option if they were going to do that, but... I don't mean as like the... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing even though. Because I thought this was basically just a updated graphics remake. Although I guess it still does have the quality of life changes as well that kind of were known. Oh, I already have the thing now. The quality of life changes, but the amount of stuff that is in the chamber dungeons actually makes it more worth it. Oh, and also, Erica, I somehow missed that resub entirely. Thank you for the resub, and welcome. I don't even know what I was doing when I entirely missed it. I think I heard the sound, but I just entirely missed it somehow. Imagine the water temple with these upgraded graphics. This way. I mean, the thing is that the 3DS remake looks pretty nice. Like, I don't think they need to do too much beyond that, although it's hard to say because the 3DS does have a small screen, low resolution. But like, I think starting from there, like, already would be a we want to go straight up from here. That would already be a good step towards like, fuck the 3DS. I'm just saying, as like a starting point. Alright, whatever. Well, but that's the thing, is like they've already gone and done a lot of those quality of life updates on Ocarina. Like the 3DS one has a dedicated button for the Ocarina, so you don't need to assign it to one of the C buttons, except it's on a touchscreen. So that's, but whatever, they've got extra buttons here. It lets you assign the iron boots as an item, so you don't have to continuously go in and out of the menu. Yeah, the 3DS port is a pretty solid port, and it includes the actual Master Quest as well, so there is an entire second new set of dungeons Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, the 3DS version already has a lot of those updates that you expect from like a legit port or up remake sort of, and the graphics are a lot better. Like the models are much nicer. It has a much better map, but of course it's on the there's stuff that's on the bottom screen obviously, and just using the touchscreen as a menu is always nice. It's got the tilt aiming, which I like. Not everyone likes, but I liked that in Wind Waker HD and the Breath of the Wild and blah 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 blah. Oh, yeah, you got the Master Quest for free by pre-ordering Wind Waker, yeah. But yeah, that's built into that's built into the 3DS remake. There's a lot. The 3DS remake is pretty solid, is what I'm trying to say here. Oh fuck! Oops, all stairs. I like the tilt aiming just as like you still use the sticks for like the rough aiming, but the tilt aiming just gives you that final level of just like fine control. I'm using tilt controls. I'm using tilt controls. I'm using tilt controls. Let's do nothing but stairs. It's stairs top to bottom here. By the time you fill up that shape of stairs, you won't know whether you're coming or going. Myself, I like downstairs more than up. No. Easier on the knees. I see. I get it, Dompe. If that's what you're into. Let's start with this one. We're gonna put it in the corner here. And I guess, yeah, in fact, I guess they only left 2 spaces open because you can't have stairs in your boss room or the other one. Top has so much personality in these descriptions. Yeah, but if he's lying down, it's definitely easier than if he's kneeling. Okay, let's just start loading this shit up with staircases, I guess. I said nothing about going downhill. I mean, he's the Gravekeeper, so he's just usually, like, creepy. I don't think he's never actually explicitly dead. I don't know if he was ever had, like, a rain cloud over him. He may have in one of the games, but... God damn. Okay, so I don't have anything like that I can use. This one actually may be difficult. I may not have enough staircase rooms here. Oh, yeah, that's true. He's dead after the time skip, yeah. But yeah, everyone's also a lot of... yeah, I guess... Well, he leads you through the grave, yeah, as the ghost. Why did I didn't think that was Dompe, but I guess it is, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, under the... You push the one... grave out of the way, but yeah, that is Dompe, isn't it? We gotta go right. We have no shit. I've already fucked myself. Well, I haven't necessarily fucked myself here yet. I have a straight up and down room with a staircase. Yeah, I have to do this differently. I can't do this like this. thing is, I only technically need like one clear path, and then I can have disconnected rooms at other places. Bitch, of course it's Dompe. I don't have any staircases in this orientation. Fuck. Gonna develop your own goblin hour. Fucking Dompe hour. I wonder if this will all rejig to make sure everything gets connected properly here if I was to keep going like this. Like, if I do this... Well, actually, I guess if I was gonna do that, I'd do it over here. Amy calls everyone baby, unless she's spicy, then it's bitch. They censored the word bitch in their stream. God damn it, there's... Oh, man. Yeah, K-Hulk was classic. Okay, do I have a corner this way with a staircase in it? No, of course I fucking don't. Sam is more of a cake Hulk than Amy. Okay, do I have a corner the other direction with a staircase in it? Yes. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Do I just need... I don't have one of those. This is tricky. I need to take more advantage of triples. I guess the problem is that I don't have any... Oh, I do have some of these. What am I saying? Color Hamantha? Hamantha? Okay, so I don't have anything like that. What about... I don't have any... Do I have any stair... Okay, I don't think I have any stair... Okay, I've got one staircase here that I can... theoretically use, but that's... not great. Theoretically, I'm close. Not sure why these ones are... Oh, maybe because they're unconnected. Okay, yeah, so it rejigged all the... It rejigged all the things so that we can get Everite. This is gonna be horse shit. This is gonna be real nasty to get through. So yeah, it has some sort of logic that it knows, like, oh, you've got to be able to get to these treasure chests, so let's like rework all the staircases to make it work. So I guess when there's some blockage, it does have some logic in there to figure that out. Alright, yeah, this is gonna be real bad. I think I've avoided most of the horseshit rooms too, so... Okay, we are going to start by going... Fuck, there's like... Okay, we can actually get to a treasure chest directly, so we're gonna walk to a treasure chest. I can't walk to the treasure chest. We're gonna go through here then. The problem is that this is like layers of stairs deep. Now, do stairs show up on... Stairs do show up on the minimap. Okay, so that's something. And that takes me over here. I can get to a treasure chest. No, there's no time limit on this one, so it's not so bad. Because, like, I can always just spend a lot of time wandering. Okay, so I could go... Let's fuck it. Let's go through the staircase, see where it takes us. Yeah, most of the levels do not have time limits, but it's just a handful of them that do. Okay, so this has got a treasure chest. Oh, I don't think I realized I could just slash these crystals away. Yeah, so this is another room from Catfish Ma. I thought that treasure chest spawned on the right side of the room. Okay, more keys. We have a staircase here, but let's go up to the other treasure chest. We have to get all the treasure chests no matter what, so... One tile too far. Even if it seems like I'm just wasting a key to get a key, it actually is still mandatory. So if you don't get all the treasure chests, you're not going to get the nightmare key. The nightmare key is always in the last chest that you open. Alright, let's check out this direction. Okay, this takes us back to here, so let's spend the key to get a key. Actually, will we get another key? Oh yeah, there's still some locked doors. Alright, we're going for spades, I guess. Wait, they're making a Nancy Drew show? Another small key. Okay, there's only one more treasure chest, so that's a good sign. Because that just means... Well, actually, yeah, just one more treasure chest means there's only one more thing, which is going to be our... it's going to be our nightmare key. I should have, like, taken note of how to... how the stairs were connected, but... Or into the boxcar kids. Boxcar children. Graduated to Arlstein. Good old R.L. Stein. Oh, that was a waste of a staircase. Here we go. Where does this one take us? Cheaps. Okay, good. And I can't actually go faster. That was also a useless staircase. Fuck. Sheer Academy at a library where kids read anything at all. Yeah, I mean, that does seem like an issue. Like, it's a... I mean, I guess part of that is maybe... Well, but I guess you got people of... or kids of all different ages who are at different levels of learning. It seems like that should be a thing to try and, like, help reinforce. Like, reading is a great way of... Like, books is a great way of learning English. Or, like, reinforcing your own knowledge, I guess, maybe. Let's try this staircase. Store this weekend. That is also useless. Alright, we're gonna go south from here. I'm basically trying to use every staircase that I encounter. Because otherwise it's gonna become hard to track which staircases I have and have not used. Having fun ain't hard. When you've got a library card, I guess I need to go into this room or this room. Okay, then we gotta go this way. Oh, what the fuck? Am I supposed to keep track of that order? Like that flashing went real fast. Alright. So that connects there. Shit. So where have... Oh, there's a door in the bottom right, which I think came from this room off to the right here. Here we go. Oh, god damn it. And Link was never seen again because he dissolved in the lava. Okay, so then we're dumped. Wait. Wait. Oh, okay, never mind. It's like, this room has no exits. What the fuck? But then I realized that isn't possible in this game. Yeah, so this should take us to the boss. Interesting. Go. Okay, and then we go down along the bottom here, blast that. And, wait, why is there an owl here? Oh, because it actually tells you the order right here. But it's fascinating because you don't get the stone beak in these dungeons, so it's. Wait, what? Oh, I actually. Shit, wait, did I do this in the right order? I don't think I did. False voice, bat, Stalfos. Damn it! I'd always recommend The Man Who Was Thursday by G.K. Chesterton. It's a pretty old book. It's in the public domain. It's like from 1850 or something. But it's a really, really fucking interesting, like, detective slash. It's hard to describe. It's like sort of a detective book, but not really. Yeah, The Man Who Was Thursday. It's about a detective, like, investigating a group of anarchists. And it's just fucking batshit crazy. Yeah, and G.K. Chesterton has done, like, he has a series, it's Father Brown is what it's called. It's basically, it's a detective series, but it's like a father or whatever, like a priest kind of guy who solves mysteries. And that's kind of interesting series, too. I don't think it's as good as The Man Who Was Thursday, but yeah, Father Brown. I haven't read as many of those. I've read a couple. I have like an anthology of those, but I never finished that. 300 more rupees. So I don't know that I could necessarily recommend Father Brown, but it's also an interesting series. And I also don't think there's anything problematic in Man Who Was Thursday, but I haven't read it in like 2 years or so. Edgar Allan Poe is one where an orangutan did it. Yeah, trust me, The Man Who Was Thursday is like, it's fucked. It's just fucked up. It's so bizarre. How about all those chests in there? Tempting, huh? Don't drool over the treasure too much or you might forget to place an entrance in Nightmare's Lair. Yeah, it's just a weird book where it's like, it's just bizarre. Slog. Okay, let's just try it. Let's start with this, see how this goes. See if I can just sort of... Oops, shit. Okay, so we'll be fighting that dude twice in a row, which is gonna be fun. Oh, I might need to be careful, because I might need these treasure chests for that center area. Probably not, but I should probably just keep that in mind. There. This is gonna just take a lot. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 8 by 8. This is just huge. Also, man, I'm gonna need to just. Fuck. I just don't even have enough rooms here. Like, I don't have any more of these sideways ones. Means I'm gonna have to dead end this. Have to do one of those there, and we'll put okay. Corner with a treasure chest and a staircase, yes. We need, fuck, I guess it needs a staircase and a treasure chest. I don't know that we have in any other corner. Okay, fine. What about, fuck, I don't even have any four-ways with treasure chests? Shit, I don't know if I have enough for this. I don't even... I'm gonna have to start doing some things like this. And then I'll have to replace this other one with one of these. I'm gonna just need to do some stuff like this in here. Then I need a left-facing room. That'll do. If I have one more triple like this, the treasure chest, which I do not. Fuck. Oh, but I should actually have a straight up and down now. Nope. Okay, can I replace this one? I can replace that one. These are tricky, these ones where they make you force, like they force you to use a million of a specific type of room or whatever. those ones are unconnected, but that should get fixed by the end. That one's unconnected, and yeah, 4 tiles that I just haven't finished yet. That's no good. I have to use something like this. That one. Unconnected chain. Fuck, like, you know what the problem is here? Oh, and that one I didn't do right. Shit. I might actually be a little... Oh, actually, no, I'm probably fine. I just need... something that I can't do. Fuck. Do I have... fuck. If I had to, which I don't, but if I was able to, like, replace this with this. And I just need to replace that with something else. Oops. Well, whatever. Let's try this. See if I can make this work. There we go. Okay, then I just need this guy. So the problem here is that the game is too stupid to make these staircases work. Like, what the fuck? Like, if this one... I'm pretty sure this could all work. It's just the game is too dumb. Yeah, like if the top middle ones... If the left one on the top connected to the middle one at the top, then the other two, like the other blue one and the other pink one, could connect to the two in the middle. Well, the problem is that I only have so many pieces, right? So, like, now, yeah, at this point now, I clearly have to tweak because the game is dumb. I mean, the other possibility is to try swapping those. Makes it a little bit better, but still not perfect. If I could do this. That doesn't totally help. But maybe if I could get something else where... Have another staircase. Oops. Oh, okay, so hold on. Okay, so hold on. I can swap that out. So maybe if I started in a different corner, and then I know I do have a staircase for this corner. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it's proximity. Like, those ones are real close, so let's connect them. But then, like, that doesn't work in a level like this. Like, I don't know why those green ones are connected. They're really far apart. Like, it's frustrating because this theoretically could work, but I can't fix it. I can't make it work without, like, rearranging this arbitrarily. This is a perfect example of where this goes horribly wrong. Let me just do a quick search in case, like, maybe there is a way to trick this. Well, the problem is that, like, unless I tear this down completely and start from scratch, as far as I can tell, there's no way to like make this work. Is there any logic to how stairs connect in the Dungeon Maker? Like, I've made something that that's a good idea. Try deleting one and like until it links in the way that I want. I've got a dungeon that theoretically could work, but they've connected it wrong. So it's a GameFAQs post. Is there any logic to how stairs connect in the Dungeon Maker? Is the subject line. Text. Or do they just automatically connect in the dumbest way possible? I think they always auto-link to the next nearest staircase, which really sucks, and the underground segments always seem to be randomized out of your control. Trying to put each pair of staircases as far from each other as possible. Basically, it calculates the distance between every pair of staircases, then assigns the shortest distance as a connection. Then it chooses the shortest distance from the remaining connection until it runs out of pairs. I mean, it's just dumb, because, like, there's enough staircases. Everything is there. I just have to... Oops, shit. I didn't actually mean to remove that one, but... like, everything is here to make this work, but it just won't. Like, those two green ones are connected. They don't need to be connected. But okay, so if I got rid of that, then that connects like that. So then what if I put that back now? I assume it will auto reconnect. Oh, that's not a useful one. I need this one. Yeah, so then that reconnects automatically. Oh shit, that did it. I was just able to futz with them a little bit, and yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's dumb, but because I had enough bullshit in there, I was able to make it work. Okay. Let's go adventuring. But that's not simplicity. That's like literally the same bullshit. I just swapped the position of two things, and it went from being two effectively identical rooms, and it went from working to, or not working to working. There's nothing about some simplicity there. That was just like arbitrary fucking around. There's treasure chests up here, so I... Yeah, now we've actually got to do the dungeon. The whole extra layer. So this connects into the middle, if I'm remembering correctly. This is a functionally identical dungeon to what I had previously. Oops, shit. Alright, that gives us a key. I don't think we have too many locked doors in here, but... It seems just to kill all the enemies in this room to make the treasure chest appear. I actually don't know what dungeon this is from. That's full voice bat skeleton. Okay. Now we're on to rupees. Okay, so only 2 locked doors, I guess. We're in this little chunk. Alright, another 50 rupees. Okay, nothing connecting from here, so I guess I have to backtrack. Yeah, so this just links us into there, and then we gotta go back, and we'll go back to the outer ring. I hate this room so much. Like, it's not complicated, but it's just kind of a time-consuming puzzle. Ah, oh, fuck, and I even landed on the ledge there. Okay, so yeah, now we're back to here. Burn, doom the burn. That's not the right menu. We want the hook shot. Alright, up we go. Continuing around the outer ring. Alright, I forgot that I have like a handful of bosses in here too. Damn it, I totally grabbed that first. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Lunk the bully. Alright, so then we can go down here. This should... I think this takes us... This either takes us to that upper section of the ring, or it takes us to the other inner part. I don't remember how things connected, so... This is an inner chunk. How does this all actually connect? Okay, so this just gets us across like the whole top chunk there. This one and the staircase one were both really awkward to lay out. Just because you're really restricted in what you can use in particular spots. And you just have to make it work. So those were some of the, I would call those some of the more interesting ones. Like the sword-shaped one, like whatever. That was just make a big dungeon. But these ones are like, make a big dungeon, but also hope you can figure out a way that these things fit together. That lunky monkey. Alright, so that's that one. Also, there's some weird physics here. Like, when I throw that pot, you'd think it should just go straight down that little tunnel, but it actually hits the blocks above. Seems odd. Alright, there goes Orange Hinox. Staircase should take us over to the next little chunk of the ring, I'm pretty sure. Wait. No treasure chest in that room. I'm assuming I can throw a bomb up there? Yeah, okay. Another treasure chest. And that's a dead end, so I guess I've got to go around the other direction now. That's annoying. Actually, I was gonna say, man, that's gonna take a long time, but I will actually just use Mambo's Mambo to get us back to the entrance. Because that's like really far away. Like that's a good like 10 rooms away, maybe 12 even. Fucking get mask stars. Okay. I love that sound. That's just a great piece of Foley work right there. On those little thwimps hitting the ground. Oh, got face fucker here. Enough to actually hit him? Okay, it was. Alright, that's face fucker dead, so hopefully we're getting there. Okay, so we made it to the other corner. This staircase should take us into the center. Whoa, okay, yeah, and the rest of the center area is all connected via the one staircase, so oops. Damn it. Poor face is really scary. He's kind of creepy. He's also weird because he kind of like directly addresses plot points in the actual game. Alright, more rupees. Just drop that off there. Refill. Wow, more rupees. Could have guessed it. Alright, then if we fill in this. More rupees! Okay, just 3 more rooms here. That path down gets us back to where we came in. Got it. So that should be our final treasure chest. In the center, at least. There might still be one more along the edge. Oh, there's 2 more up there. That's annoying. I don't know how to get to those ones. Unless I have another staircase around here somewhere. I know the room just before the boss is another Moldorm. Like, we got 2 Moldorms in a row, so unless there's another staircase here, or if this is bombable, I don't think that's a bombable wall, though. I'm pretty sure that's a staircase connection. This is a staircase, but I'm pretty sure this just takes us the one screen over. Fuck the ice block. Got one screen. Okay, there's another staircase here, so this must take me up to the top area. Treasure chest spawns over here. Wonder if I could have gotten into the exact spot where that treasure chest spawned in time. And then what would have happened? Alright, this should be the last treasure chest. And it is. There's our nightmare key. How do I have... Oh, because there's actually a locked door there. Okay. I was gonna say, like, why do I have a regular key? I don't know. Didn't think there were any more. Didn't think there were any more actual locked doors. Apparently, there is one. All right. Hamburger Helper, Phase 1. Alright, on to the actual boss. Hamburger Helper, round 2. goes. Treasure hoard, clear. What a show. Another 300 bucks. So I'm just curious. So what? So we were started on bows and swords. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck, I'm not doing this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we did 8 today. Oh, there's only 2 left. Okay. So yeah, I guess we'll leave this for tomorrow. We got 2 more to go, and then we'll have some free arrangement. I'm assuming there's no more challenges after this. I assume. But I don't know. We'll see. So yeah. Almost done, I think, with the chamber dungeons. So thanks for watching, and good night.